Moving back to the world of Israeli art, we have a special guest for you today. Here with us now is a sculptor aptly referred to as the architect of wood carving, Shalom Kelner. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so first tell us about your work.
Well, my work really represents my thinking, my childhood, my adulthood, my life. And mainly I am working with Jewish themes. The main star of my work is the Hebrew alphabet. I use it in three-dimensional presentations.
Interesting.
In carving in wood. Some of them are even cast in bronze. I have the Hebrew alphabet is also penetrating into a wider themes which stem from the Bible, from the Jewish history, from the Jewish...
Well, you know, it's interesting because visually the Hebrew, script is so beautiful. So
Yes.
I imagine there's so many different types of ways that you can incorporate the alphabet into the work that you're doing.
And also I'm expressing it in different forms. I have the Hebrew alphabet can be in different forms of design.
Yeah.
It's not I don't have a single calligraphy and that's the aleph, for instance, or a bet.
Of course.
I work with it, I play with it, I give it different forms, and then it becomes, it accepts a different form. It depends on the context where I'm doing it. If I'm doing a work about the prophet Ezekiel, then the Hebrew letters, here you can see it, the prophet Ezekiel is swallowing letters.
Right.
Okay? So they perform differently, the letters. So really, they have a history. I also go to presenting the letters as if they were written 3,000 and 4,000 years ago. And some works have this kind of presenting the Hebrew letters of 3,000 years ago and 2,000 years ago as they were found in the scripts of the
No, you
Qumran.
said, we're running out of time, but you said that your life very much has an impact on the type of artwork that you do. Were you raised here in Israel? Why is there such...
No, I was born in Poland before the war. I'm a Holocaust survivor.
Wow.
And I was a little child when the war broke out. And my family escaped from Poland to Russia, to Siberia. My childhood were in Siberia. I never played in the playground or went to or kindergarten. It's all been, so this is where my childhood somehow went through. Also schooling at the elementary school was kind of, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't, because we were moving from one camp to another until we returned from Russia to Poland, and then I was already 8, 9 years old. But still, I had learning home, my parents, and the Jewish community somehow always managed to establish a certain schooling for the children.
Well, so that's why, obviously this Jewish identity of yours has had such a huge influence on the type of artwork that you produce, and it's beautiful.
You can see me at my web, Shalom Kelner Art, and you will see a lot of
Shalom Kelner,
Shalom
ShalomKelnerArt.com.
You will see.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Shalom.
Thank you for having me.